characteristic of that supreme reality, which is expressing as this world, it itself doesn't undergo any change. Time doesn't touch it, because all change is happening or possible in time, but time cannot touch it. Time is also an expression of our thoughts only. Time is also felt when the mind is active. This Brahma is beyond time, beyond space, beyond all objects. It is aksharam, na ksharati. It doesn't undergo any modification. This word akshar is also used for the famous akshar Om. Brahma is also indicated by the sound symbol Om. But here, this akshar is not indicating that Om, but it is indicating that Supreme Brahma itself, not its name. Therefore, along with this word akshara, the teacher also uses the word paramam, means supreme. It is the supreme. It is the ultimate. There is nothing beyond it. So, aksharam brahma paramam. All that we experience, all that we see is merely an appearance of this Brahma. Brahma itself is beyond all names and form, beyond all comprehension. It cannot be comprehended with our senses, cannot be comprehended with the mind, with the intellect. It is beyond all comprehension. So, aksharam brahma paramam. That is the supreme. That Brahma alone expresses as the world, and that Brahma alone expresses as our own self. Therefore, the second term is adhyatmam. Swabhavaha adhyatmam uchyate. Swabhavaha, as our own self. Brahma alone is our own self. See, every one of us, we experience I. One is that I thought which appears in our mind. But another is that I consciousness, which is beyond all thoughts, which is the witness of our waking, our dream, our deep sleep state. That is called the Atma, and this Atma is not different from Brahma. Brahma alone expresses as Atma. See, when you are awake, you are aware of this world around you. When you are dreaming, you are aware of the world in your dream. But even when we are in deep sleep state, there is awareness of the absence of all this world. When we wake up, we remember. We say, oh, I slept very well, but I don't know. I don't remember anything. I have not seen any world. I was not there, but still I have a memory of that experience. So there is that witness. Atma is like a witness, witnessing the deep sleep state, the waking state, the dream state. All these three states are just because of the modification of our mind. But Atma is that which is the witness of all these three states. He is the aware of these three states. For example, we perform an action with our body. We also think with our mind. But there is something deep within that is our own self, which is aware of these thoughts, which is aware of our action, which is aware even of our I thought. That is that Atma, the innermost core of our being. That is called Adhyatma. That is called our Swabhav, Swabhav. The expression as Swa, expression as I. That is also Brahma. So Brahma, which is supreme, which is immutable, is also our own self. So that supreme reality is expressed here as Brahma, as Atma. So when we say one has gained the realization of Brahma, or one says that one has realized Atma, it is same thing. It's like the ocean, the vast ocean. Whether you drink the water from the middle of the ocean or from the shore, it is same water. Similarly, that Brahma which is all pervading, or you can say infinite, that same Brahma expresses as our own self. So Atma is also Brahma. Then the third factor, karma. What is karma? Here karma is that from a cosmic standpoint, Bhagavan says, Bhuta bhavaha udbhavakaraha visargaha karma sanyitaha. The various beings, bhuta, various beings and various elements, these 5 elements and so many beings are also called bhuta. The 5 elements are also called bhuta. So bhuta bhava, the expression of these various beings and various elements, udbhavakaraha, that which creates them, that action which manifests all these beings and entire cosmos, that action is called karma here. Visargaha, action wherein Bhagwan or that supreme reality expresses through as the entire cosmos and as all the beings in it, that is revealed here as karma. Means the creative power of that supreme reality, that power to manifest is revealed here is by the term karma. That same power is there in each one of us. Each one of us, we have that ability to act, ability to create, ability to change, ability to transform. That power is also a part of that cosmic power of that supreme reality, by which it has manifested this entire world out of itself. That's called karma here. So when one comes to recognize God, one comes to understand this great power of God to manifest as this world. One comes to understand his karma, Bhagwan's karma, his Kriya Shakti. See, the supreme reality, it expresses as Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. This Kriya Shakti is the power of that supreme to appear like this world, to project this world. That is its karma. So when one says that one has realized God, one comes to understand Bhagwan's karma as manifesting this entire creation. That aspect also is known. See, many times people understand Brahma, or theoretically they understand Brahma, but they also should understand that Brahma alone, by his intrinsic power, appears like this world. That also has to be recognized and understood. If that is not understood, one will get confused regarding this world. So it is that Brahma alone, by his intrinsic power or Shakti, appears like this world. It's like our dream. Who creates the dream? Okay, need not ask too many questions. Our mind creates the dream. See, when you just sit and think about dream and all, I mean, not dream, think of dream, but you just close your eyes and think about something, your mind is creating those. If suppose I tell you, okay, in your mind you think about a flower, you think about a rose, you think about an apple. So mind creates that that object with all colors, with taste also, with touch also, everything. But you are simultaneously aware of the waking state also, and you can create that, visualize the entire thing. When our visualization becomes complete, we are not aware of any other thing, then it is called dream. Dream is nothing but visualization only. We visualize a world with our mind. Our mind has got the capacity to create, to project this world. That mind is just a tiny little aspect of that supreme reality called Brahma. So Brahma expresses or projects this world with all the various beings and various objects. That power or that action is called action. That is called karma here. So bhuta bhava udbhava karaha visargaha karma sanyitaha. That's called karma. So when I know God, I should know that He alone is expressing as this world, and His power alone has manifested this world. Then I can say that I know Him more intimately, more deeply. So briefly, Bhagavan has answered the 3 questions. Now, let us go to the next verse. Adhibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushashchadhidaivatam adhiyajñohamevatra dehe dehabhrutamvara adhibhutam ksharo bhavaha. Three more questions are answered in these verses. So in this verse, so the 3rd and 4th verse reveals the 6-fold expression of God. And knowing all this 6-fold expression, one can say one knows God in His totality. I mean, it's a big word, know God and all. But it's an expression of God in His totality. This reminds one of that famous example which is given in our scriptures of the 6 blind people. They were trying to understand an elephant. So elephant is there, nice gentle elephant. Otherwise elephants can be real wild. So just imagine a gentle elephant. And the 6 blind people, they are great philosophers. They want to know what is this object or what is this being in front of us. So they have discussed, then they try to experience it themselves. So all of them approach the elephant, but all of them approach from different sides, like, because they were standing in circle like. So they approached the elephant from different side. So one approaches the trunk of that elephant, and he feels it very deeply because his whole focus is there. So he experienced the entire trunk properly. And then he concludes that this thing which we call, they have named it elephant only, thing which we call elephant is nothing but a long, like a tube-like thing which keeps on moving also. That is the knowledge which one person gives. Another person checks his belly on the side, and he comes to know that, oh, this elephant is nothing but a nice wall like. complete. A little bulging here, but otherwise it's nice wall. Another fellow is holding on to the leg, and he says the elephant is nice, a nice pillar, beautiful pillar. One more fellow is holding his ears, and he comes up with some other theory of elephant. And one person holding his tail, he comes up that elephant is nothing but a long rope. So all these six हो गया? 5 हो गया? चलो, one fellow is holding the tusk. So all of them, they experience the elephant. All of them are experiencing the elephant. All of them are talking about one of the expression of that elephant. But even all this expression put together also, one may not be able to conceptualize the entire elephant. If you are told that just draw one being with wall, with rope, with some solid hard structure, it will not be like an elephant. So a person who has got eyes, he will see the elephant in its totality. He will understand all the expressions of the elephant, and he will know that all of them belong to this one elephant only. One who knows this elephant with all these various expressions will not get confused. Even with his eyes closed, he will be able to experience it. Even if he is touching the tail, he will know that I am touching the elephant only. Even if he is holding the legs, he will know that I am holding the elephant. Similarly, when we understand God in His totality, we will know that even those who believe in Nirgun Nirakar, they are also talking about the same God. Those who talk about Sagun Sakar, they are also talking about the same God. Those who talk about the creative power, Shakti, they are also talking about the same God. And those who say, no, I don't believe in anyone, I believe in my own self, that supreme self, he is also talking about the same God. Those who talk about nature, they are also talking about God. These are various aspects of the same supreme reality. So here Bhagavan says, Adhibhutam. Adhibhutam means Ksharo Bhavaha. Adhibhuta are these 5 elements, which are, what is the nature of these 5 elements? Ksharaha. They are constantly decaying or constantly changing. All that we see, all that we experience in this world, which are made up of these 5 elements, they constantly undergo change and modification. That is their nature. But these changing 5 elements are also expression of the same supreme reality. When we are touching, when we are experiencing this world, we are experiencing that reality alone in the form of this world. But the nature of this world or these objects is that it keeps on changing. But that supreme reality is beyond all change. But that supreme alone is appearing like this changing world. It is not something else which is appearing. It's like the sun. What is the color of this rays of the sun? Main color? Okay, white. That alone then appears in the 7 colors. Right? So when we are seeing the green color or the blue color or violet color, it is the same sun which is appearing in that form. Similarly, the 5 great elements with all their changing nature, and they are expressing as this wide, vast world, is also an expression of God. So Adhibhutam Ksharo Bhavaha. It has got this nature of Kshara, Ksharati. It constantly decays and dies and undergoes modification. Not that it gets destroyed totally, but it modifies. It constantly modifies. That is the very nature of this world, that it doesn't remain the same for more than a fraction of a second. It's constantly changing. Even our bodies, constantly it is changing. See, we want to remain permanently in this world, or want what you call security and all. Our cells and our organs and all, they are constantly changing, constantly dying, and a new cell is born, taking birth. That is the very nature of this world. As our Pujya Gurudev says, change is the changeless law of this world. So that is also God. This world, which is changing world, is also expression of God. See, I'm trying to repeat and stress it because I know that after some time we tend to forget. So, since this topic has come, I want you to remember it. Adhibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushaha cha adhidaivatam, and adhidaivat, God as adhidaivam. Daivatam is what? Purushaha. Purusha means that cosmic, universal person. What we call Hiranyagarbha, or whom we call Ishvara. Ishvara as Hiranyagarbha is indicated here as Adhidaiva, who is the cosmic person controlling all the minds, all the intellect, all the beings of this world. Cosmic person. Just as my own body, there are various cells. Each of them are independent in their function, but at the same time, I am there who is the overall controller of all these various cells. Similarly, each one of us independently also we think, but there is one cosmic person who is controlling all our thoughts, all our actions. That is called a Purusha or Adhidaivat, Adhidaivatam. God as Hiranyagarbha, God as Ishvara, or whom we call that all powerful, all knowing, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvadnyaha. That Ishvara or that Purusha is meant by this term Adhidaiva. That is what we call as Saguna Brahma. So Brahma is that Nirgun, Aksharam. Then that same Brahma is Atma. Same Brahma expressing as the creative power to create the world. Same Brahma expresses as this world made up of 5 elements. And same Brahma expresses as Ishvara or as Hiranyagarbha, as the cosmic person controlling all the beings. And same Brahma is also expressing as Adhiyajna. Adhiyajna means the individual Jiva. Individual Jiva who is identified, that Atma which is identified with this body and who identifies with the mind and who has created a separate personality for itself, who performs the various types of action and get the result for this action. That Jiva is also an expression of that same supreme reality. Adhiyajna aham eva. Bhagavan says, I alone am that Adhiyajna. Dehe, in this body. Deha Bhrutamvara. In this very body, I alone am there as this Adhiyajna. So in this way, these are the 6 important expressions of that supreme reality. You remember all? The first one is Brahma. Second, Atma. Third, Karma. Fourth, Adhibhut. Fifth, Adhidaiva. And sixth, Adhiyajna. Means that Brahma, the supreme Nirgun Nirakar, which is beyond names and form, which is Param. That Param Brahma alone is our own self, I. That I consciousness is not different from Brahma. That Brahma alone, through his creative power, projects this world. So that creative power is also an expression of that Brahma, which is there in every one of us. We have this power to act, is that expression of that same Brahma. Same Brahma expresses as this 5 element, this entire world. So it is not only the power to create the world, but it also expresses at the world. So this world is the Adhibhut. And that Ishvara or Hiranyagarbha who controls this world and controls and regulates each and every being and all the activities of the world is that Adhideva, the Purusha. And the Jiva, who is an individual who performs action and get the result, is called Adhiyajna here. So in this way, Bhagavan expresses or replies to all these questions, 6 questions. But the 7th one he explains in detail. The entire chapter is an explanation of the 7th question. Because Bhagavan felt that it is very important that prayana kale cha katham neyosi niyatatma bihi, that how can one know you at the time of death also. That doesn't mean that we should wait for our death to happen. Till that time, chalo maja karenge. And at the time of death we can do our sadhana. Not like that. But even at the time of death, one can know and recognize God. So how is it possible? That Bhagavan now reveals a very important and famous verse, the 5th one. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. Antakale, maranakale, at the time of death. See, if one is lucky, then one knows at the time of death. Time of death means at least one knows that, okay, now I am dying. But sometimes the death comes suddenly. But if one knows, then one can utilize it more effectively. So, antakale, at the time of death, one withdraws actually in the natural process, one slowly starts withdrawing. Our Pujya Gurudev used to give a very beautiful example. It's like a person working maybe in the government office or somewhere. He is told that now you got transferred. You have to go to Calcutta or some other vague place, Mizoram or some other place. From Delhi you have to go to Mizoram. So that fellow first tries to somehow tallow it. Ye karo, isko milo, somehow. Then someone says, okay, 2 months we will give you an extension. She feels very nice, 2 months and all. But then slowly he has to go, so slowly start packing things. So more important things and all which are there, he just packs and transport them to Mizoram. It goes by transport. Other things which are essential, which are little bit, he keeps them. And slowly they are also packed. And finally, our Gurudev used to say, he takes his last cup of tea with the neighbor only. He has packed everything. He says bye-bye. And then he goes there. But when he goes there, he takes his own time to unpack. So similarly, a person who dies, before dying, slowly we pack up our all these things. As we approach death, our senses start packing up. Eyes